hopefully the finale. Like, my God. That coffee is just, it's within arm's reach. Not my own coffee, mind you, like froofy coffees that have whipped cream and flavoring. And they're really just froofy coffees. I like special froofy coffees. I'll take an Americano normally, or like coffee with cream. But whenever I go out and get coffee, I definitely want it to be froofy because I'm treating myself to coffee. John was not the one who killed the body double. He was crushed by I think I talked about this in Phoenix Wright, actually. That's how long this has been. The last time Hi, Train. Last time I actually felt like getting coffee, I was playing Phoenix Wright. Or it was definitely on recording. He was crushed by a monster. Quit clowning around. This isn't like you at all. Oh, I get it. Since John is supposed to understand the heart of a monster. Wait, what? Since John is supposed to understand the heart of a monster. The one who understands the heart of a monster is you. Not even I have monsters for friends, you know. Well, you're out of friends, so. Stop being so modest. Didn't you have one very important friend? A monster you control at will. Simon Keys, you're the one who killed the body double. That's the lion balloon. The lion balloon. Nanomachines. The lion balloon. A monster made of cloth that expands when filled with hot air. It suits you quite well, wouldn't you agree? What is this? No way. Sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Him and Lang are very similar to my throat, so it's hard to switch between them. You have fixated on your claim that you manipulated John and the body double. Probably because it's an impossible fantasy of yours. After all, even an animal tamer cannot tame the dead. The body double had already been murdered while he was on the roof. And the murder weapon was the balloon you were in. I see. Although it floats in the air, that balloon still weighs several hundred pounds. That's a couple tons, if I'm not mistaken. A ton is 100 pounds. There's 1,000 pounds. I can never remember. Someone will tell me and call me an idiot, I'm sure. When the double threatened you on the rooftop, you immediately came up with a plan to defend yourself. And the plan was to crush him with your balloon. Whether the body double wanted to get out or not, he was carrying a gun. None of that mattered. Because you carried your balloon, what was the body double's corpse? Hold on a second, Mr. Edgeworth. You're saying the body double was killed on the roof 2 nights ago. Well, that simply doesn't match up with the time of death. What did you say? That's not like you at all, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a good look at the autopsy report. The time of death was around 11 p.m. last night.
Last night?
That's right. The very night Muzila's head fell. Well, Johnny boy, come on. How about telling us the truth? You killed your well, no, but you killed your father, right? I know the feeling. You hated him, didn't you? Your father left you all alone forever. Wasn't even his dad.
You're wrong. I had no idea that guy was my dad.
Not this again. Didn't I personally tell you myself?
Was my logic wrong?
Mr. Edgeworth, allow me to thank you once again for chasing down Blaze and Patricia and bringing them both to ruin. My revenge was a success, all thanks to your logic. Oh my god, they do drag this last case out, don't they? If only the time of death matched up, then my logic would fit. Perhaps he did something to throw off the time of death. Well, we were in a very... I was going to say, the place he took John was very cold. They made reference of that, and freezing the body has happened in this game. And what's more, dang Gustavia, wasn't it? Who even took down the culprit of the IS-7 incident. You know, your dad. Dane Gustavia, the IS-7 incident. That's it. Gustavia killed Dover and hid his body in a block of ice. Mr. Gustavia intended to freeze the body in order to throw off the time of death. If the time of death had coincided with the tea party, Mr. Gustavia would have been a suspect.
That is correct.
I'm very buff. Like father, like son. It's a shame I didn't get to witness his destruction. He is your father.
How can you say that? Wasn't Mr. Gustavia your father, Simon?
Huh. Oh, this is young him. Oh, I'm scared.
I'm scared. I'm so scared. Miss Rowland keeps asking me about that day. Daddy, help me. Why won't you come save me? Is it because I broke my promise with you and didn't eat your sweets?
I couldn't care less. My father left me all alone. He is a horrible father, to be fair. Even if we share the same blood, that man is not my father. Yeah, that's fair. I hate to say it, but like father, like son, you're the spitting image of him, Simon. The father you hated so much. Huh? What are you talking about? It must have been fate. By sheer coincidence, you just happened to use the exact same method your father did to throw off the victim's time of death. After we rescued him from the refrigerated warehouse near the harbor, pal. A refrigerated warehouse? See? He keeps doing that! You're saying I threw off the time of death? How would I have done that? The answer lies where you hid your double's body. This was the place you used to hide the body. The Dawnway Center? No, the Sunshine Warehouse. Not the Waste Center. Throwing off the time of death by freezing the body along with John's kidnapping. It seems that everything is coming together. The kidnapping? Why are we going back to that? I don't know a thing about it. Don't forget, John was confined to a refrigerated warehouse. That's right, you kept the body double's corpse in that very same warehouse. 18 years ago, your father had a body the same way. Well, what? My father, the one who abandoned me, did the same thing. Who would have guessed that both father and son would use the same method? Stop it! Don't lump me in with that guy. My father, I'm nothing like him. There's not a single connection between us.
Objection!
You may think so, but even now your bond with Mr. Gustavius still remains. Didn't you say once before, I don't like sweets? That may have came from the shock of losing your father, don't you think? You guys have no idea what you're saying. Even if you didn't... Well, excuse me. Even if you deny your father, aren't your thoughts and actions the same? Their clothes are certainly different. Particularly your belief of sacrificing others to protect yourself. And finally, your crimes were brought to light just as his were. Just kidding. Oh my... I hate this guy so much. Just kidding. I don't know anything about that warehouse. I had nothing to do with the kidnapping after all. In order to threaten Judge Courtney, it's clear you partook in the kidnapping. How scary. You also admitted to having the bug on and off, and in the phone call, which I have Kay as a witness, and Nicole, she heard it too. We probably could prove it at this point, but this guy, he's such an asshole. How scary. Those who get involved with you all will be charged with all sorts of crimes. But in the end, there's no evidence for the instigation and for the kidnapping. None at all. Well, what? Are you going to forge some evidence, just like Blaze and the rest? I'll do nothing of the sort. I can't let him provoke me. You always say, I'll present the truth no matter what. Right. Ha! Don't you mean only the truth that's most convenient to you? After all, that's how the police pull the wool over the eyes of those without power. And that's why my revenge was necessary. None of you can catch me. Not Patricia, not Blaze, and not even you.
Mr. Edgeworth, at this rate, is there anything we can do?
Even though my logical points to this man, I just need evidence. Even a single piece of evidence would suffice. Well, it's been a fun show, but it looks like it's time for the curtains to close. If you'd like, why don't you come to see my next performance? Oh no, she's firing you. That's definitely a thing. I'll let you if you admit defeat. Who was that? Sebastian? Gumshoe! To the rescue again! Attaboy, Gumshoe. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth. Gummy, where'd you go? I was just doing the job that I'm able to do, pal. I was waiting for the dramatic moment where I would burst in. This is like the 4th time I've done that. Detective Gumshoe, your report, please. I did a quick investigation, sir, about the warehouse John was at. That refrigerated warehouse is currently being rented by the Bowie Big Circus, just as Mr. Edgeworth said. Ha! So it's finally here. Our trump card. Well done, Detective Gumshoe. Now then, Mr. Keys. There must be some mistake. Maybe it has something to do with the circus. I see. Indeed, we are not well informed of the affairs of the circus. In that case, why don't we get your boss's opinion on this, Regina? We are renting a refrigerated warehouse to store animals' food, but, I don't know much about the place. After all, I let Simon handle everything. Curse you! Simon, how scary. What a shame. It seems your desperate actions after the crime were in vain. If the body was found in the warehouse, suspicion would have fallen on you, the one in charge. That's why you specifically moved the body back to the Grand Tower, wasn't it? However, us finding John confined to the warehouse was a fatal mistake on your part. Our resident great thief and detective are both rather exemplary. What's wrong? I can even tell through your face paint you're looking pale. Haha. It's not over yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Your logic is missing the most important piece. Of course it is. Oh, please do tell. Isn't it obvious? Evidence that I killed the body double with the balloon. You can't present it, can you? After all, there's no way such evidence could exist. There will be fucking pollen on the bottom of the balloon. The evidence? It exists. What'd you say? If Mr. Keys murdered the victim, traces of the murder should still remain here. Wait, what? The balloon? I assume it's the balloon, and then it's the flower pollen residue. Yeah. It should become clear once we examine the basket of the balloon. Haha, the balloon again. Didn't you already find the bullet hole? There's no way you'll find anything else there.
It'll be fine, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth is a hero who always finds the truth, no matter what he's up against.
That's right, pal. Of course it's gonna be fine. Mr. Edgeworth has gotten out of more impossible situations than I can count. Miles, I believe in you too. Is there any other cast of characters we can get to come in here and give you a rooting for? More importantly... rooting. Bad choice of words on my part. I'm sure the old man watching over you believes in you as well. Actually, I'm watching episodes of Gunsmoke, but that's not important. Miles Edgeworth, calm down and think. You're just one step away from the perfect proof. The body double was killed by this balloon. The proof lies with traces left on the basket. Simon Keys, it's time for you to atone for your crimes. I'll see to it with my own eyes. The moment this past case is settled once and for all.
Please, Prosecutor Edgeworth, deliver the final blow to this unforgivable person.
This is the final piece of evidence that proves your crimes. I feel like the bar should be bigger, but whatever. There we go. Take that. When John found the body, a bouquet of lion lilies was there as well. Lion lilies? God, he keeps doing it! When I do end up playing the first Edgeworth game, he's still getting this. All the voices of the characters who are still in this game are going to be the same. But the snake voice is perfect for him, because he keeps lion lilies, the flowers from Zhang Fa that represent the bond between a parent and child. Fuck. It's so hard to switch between these two on the fly. No way. That's your evidence? Surely they must be buried under a mountain of garbage by now. Moreover, the one who threw them away was John himself. That's not much of a bond now, is it?
That language of flower stuff has got nothing to do with it.
Calm down, John. Certainly you may have thrown the flowers away. However, I believe those emotions remain strong as ever. Poor guy. All he wanted was to see his former lover and son. And he got killed, and this all started. Poor guy. Those bonds will surely protect you from that man in the form of my final piece of evidence. What the heck are you talking about? Those flowers were crushed. Ergo, they must have come into contact with the murder weapon. Perhaps we'll find the very same pollen still stuck to the basket of your balloon. No way, no way, no way. You guys examined the basket just a few moments ago. If there had been any yellow pollen stuck there, wouldn't you have noticed it then? Mr. Keyes, evidence is not restricted to what you can see with the naked eye. What? Emma!
Yes.
God, all this case is missing is for Larry to burst in and be like, "Hey guys, turns out I rented the balloon on that night." Oh, for God's sakes, Larry. Larry. Would you perform one more scientific investigation for us?
Give it to me. The balloon basket, right? A reaction. This is clearly pollen from a yellow flower. We'll likely find soon enough whether or not it's from the same flower.
What? I'd say this proves that the body double's death was caused directly by your own hand. No way, that can't be. You crushed the body double to death on the rooftop of the tower. Then you retrieved the body and hid it in the warehouse. Why? Why did he have to go to the trouble of retrieving the body? 2 nights ago, he knew that a separate incident would occur at the tower.
Miss Crane's.
Precisely. Leaving the body there would have disrupted his plans. I see, but even so, he couldn't leave the body in the circus warehouse either. Exactly. So the next day, when he was bringing the body back to the tower once again, he saw a small fire John started, which caused the Mozilla head to fall. Was that when the idea came to you, your plan to pin the crime on John? Gah!
You made it look like the murder weapon had... Fuck it. Such foul, cowardly behavior.
For that reason, you carried the double's body into the balloon, and lowered it onto the lot. At the time, actually, ballroom and balloon are 1 letter apart. That's a perfectly acceptable mistake for me. At the time, the figure of the body double being lowered down by the rope, I was wondering what that was captured in John's video recording. Damn, it was all. You saw through it all. Damn it. Damn you. You manipulated animals, you manipulated people, and you manipulated cases. Almost as if you were a king. However, it's now all come to an end.
Simon, the animals have gotten angry. Even Money and Astique.
I believe... Oh, Astique's the elephant. Money's the monkey. Duh.
You never thought of them as your friends at all. How sad.
What? He never thought of them as his friends? Really? You didn't even enjoy your work, buddy? Damn it! Don't you look at me with those eyes. It's about time you went back to being a mere clown. A fitting end to your pitiful jester's act. Is he being eaten? Stay away! Get away from me! Stop it! Please, stop!
Daddy, help me! I'm scared. I'm so scared.
He did have a shitty childhood, I'll give him that, but he's still a piece of shit. Oh no, the people, they were the bad ones, weren't they?
Horace, why did you stop me?
If he hadn't done that, I couldn't even trust the police. Nobody would help me. Except Dogan. But that man, back then he saved me. The only one who helped me was Dogan. So I used everyone else. What's wrong with that? Stop it! Don't come any closer. Stop! Owie, owie, aye! Oh, yeah! Oh, shit. Ooh, that would kill you. Please, no more! Ugh. Well, And Simon died that day. It seems the game is finally over? Oh my god! Fuck it. There can't be 20 more minutes of this game, right? Just keep going to the end. Shelley the Killer! Mr. Edgeworth, I must thank you. You have exposed the true identity of the mastermind. Now I am free too. Really? You're gonna kill him in front of everybody? What? Drawing a gun would be most inadvisable. Stay where you are and do not move. I don't have a gun. You do have a gun, do you not? You intended to draw it and fire without anyone noticing. He must have taken it from the boy when he killed him. This man has betrayed his bond of trust with me. He wouldn't have me kill the president while knowing full well he was the body double. Lying about a target is an extremely dangerous thing to do to the assassin. Not having all the cards on the table can seriously jeopardize an assassination. How did you afford to hire an assassin? Ugh. However, what is even more unforgivable is your deception and your attempt to manipulate me. The time has come for your retribution. Stop! Is he actually gonna kill? And then Dogen shut. Jesus Christ. Just everyone. Larry's all we need. You are. It has been far too long, Shelley. Please step aside. This man is my prey. I must ask you to spare his life. Please permit this young acolyte to receive his proper punishment in prison. And if I refuse, his is the first life I have saved. I will not allow it to be taken away so easily. You saved a life. The assassins, Sierra and Dogen. Ironic, is it not? That I, the one who had taken countless lives, am making a plea for this young one's life. Well, technically, he was the first. You saved 2 lives at the same time, but then he went and killed the other one you saved, so. Yeah, funny that. Well, he led to it. He saved my life, just as I saved his. Before I knew it, I grew quite fond of the lad. You may laugh at me as much as you wish. However, I must ask you spare the life of the boy. From one assassin to another, please make this allowance. This is a good shot. Maybe not the crying clown so much, but the profile of the killer and Dogen is very nice. I understand if you are willing to go that far. You have my thanks. I am in your debt. No need for thanks. I simply felt there would be no merit in a fight to the death with you. That is all. And with that, I must take my leave. Peace, bitches. I can just do that. Damn it. Wait. And there goes Lang. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I must thank you as well. It was necessary for this young acolyte. You know what? I imagine there's going to be a wrapping up bit that might take 20 minutes. I honestly don't care. I'll make the finale extra long. Because, holy shit, this game. It was necessary for this young acolyte to be put in his place. And that you have done. Now then, it is time for me to return to my humble cage surrounded by iron bars. That is the definition of a cage. Right, Anubis? Right, boy? Oh, look who's here.
Hey, priest guy!
Whatever.
You killed my dad, right?
Indeed. I am not one to forget those I have slain. I see. You must despise me, boy with horns. In that case...
John!
Do not panic. I simply lent the boy with horns my knife. Take that knife and run it through my throat. A single stab should do it. I've long grown weary of my wooden carvings.
Revenge.
John, don't do it! John, please, I beg of you.
Until just now, I had intended to seek revenge, no matter how many years it took.
Revenge. Revenge is good. Really good. All your pain and suffering slips away. Everything becomes numb and you feel nothing. Except when animals, like, kick the crap out of you. That hurt.
Yeah, you may be right. I thought about that while I listened to what you had to say, you stupid idiot.
John!
But the only one who would ever be satisfied with revenge would be myself, right? If I became a murderer, my mom would go through even more pain and suffering. My friends from the movie, too, all those people who care about me as well.
The boy with horns says some interesting things.
That's right, I finally get it now. I'll never forgive you, but I'm not the one who should punish you. After all, isn't that what my mom and that prosecutor guy are for?
John. John, you just said some really profound stuff right there.
Okay, perhaps you should study up a little more yourself. Is that so? Well then, young one, it is time for us to depart. Where to? To prison, of course. The place where will be our home. Our home? And with that, the case that involved and infected so many people came to a close. However, there was still one last thing I had to do. Oh God, what? Punch Larry? Oh right, get his badge back. Forgot about that. Grand Tower Pick Meeting Room. You know, I started recording this before noon.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, to keep you waiting.
Why'd you call to Uncle Ray and the rest of us out here?
Mr. Edgeworth, the formal proceedings have just come to a close.
What are you talking about? This is the place where I once relinquished my prosecutor's badge. Remember that? I do.
This is your prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what is the meaning of this?
Consider this my resignation. I am no longer a prosecutor.
In order to save me when I was suffering from memory loss, you...
A certain man once said, the only ally a defendant has is their attorney. That was either Ray or Phoenix, I can't remember which one. Might have been my dad, even. By trusting in their client, an attorney draws closer to the truth. And the sight of that man still shines brilliantly in my eyes. Ah, so it is. Oh. Maybe it's Phoenix. Just as the image of my father fighting in court does. Yeah, it's Phoenix. Gregory. However, this is nothing more than that man and my father's way of life. Running joke in this game is that they never name Phoenix. You can see him, but they never name him. It is not mine.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I think I shall live as a prosecutor after all.
I see. So you've made your decision.
I'm sorry. No, I understand. That's your answer, isn't it? It is. Okay, then that's the end of this conversation. Don't regret it. Even if you beg me later, I won't let you work for me ever again. I understand. But you know, Miles, mind if I ask you why you chose to live as a prosecutor? Mr. Shields, you asked me this before. Remember? I do. To fight crime as a prosecutor or to save people as a defense attorney, I want you to think carefully about how you want to live your life from now on. I've thought long and hard about that question ever since. How should I live my life? And after this case concluded, I finally found my answer. I wanted to save people as a prosecutor. As a prosecutor? Simon Keyes. He too was a victim. Sort of, yes. Well, alright, yes he was. Still an asshole, though. He lost a parent in the past. In a past murder. Wait, did he? No, he didn't. He was Dane Gustavia's son. He didn't lose a parent. What's wrong with you? Oh, well, I mean, his dad did abandon him during the... splitting hairs, really. And with it, the ability to believe in anything else. I too know that feeling. The feeling of losing what was important to you and being unable to believe in anything. I doubted everything during my lonely battles in those days. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. The one who saved me was... Thought we were actually going to see him. Mr. Keyes must have been all alone. Unable to find salvation from the law, he had no choice but to turn his hand to revenge. And I suppose you never thought to seek help from the police? No way, no way, no way. As long as Blaze was around, any evidence would be destroyed by him. Actually, didn't something like that almost happen today during Patricia's trial? I want to save those like Simon Keyes. So how would you save him? I'm sure this tragedy could have been avoided if only he could have relied on the courts.
Or, you know, his dad wasn't a massive prick.
Came and got his son, that sort of thing. Even if he was a murderer, if he came and got his son, a lot of this could have been avoided. Flee with him to Zheng-Fa, go together. Man, how do you do that to your son? I'm sure this tragedy could have been avoided if only... Alright then.
But instead he was cornered by Blaze de Best, who used the power of the law for evil. The form of the law can change depending on who wields it. It can be at once a shield to protect and a blade to harm. That too is a contradiction of the law.
A contradiction, huh? That's true. It sure is a contradiction in the law. The way the law is right now, it isn't always completely right. The only way to right those contradictions is by joining the court system. The one who can save Simon Keyes was not an attorney. Could have saved Simon Keyes, but rather a watchman of the law. A prosecutor. I shall face the contradictions in the law as a prosecutor. I see. That's just like you. But you know, it'll be tough. It won't just be a walk in the park. You'll be going up against the law itself. You do realize that, right? I do. However, someone must. Yep. Uncle Ray believes in you too. The law evolves and grows, just like all of us do. I'm sure you can pull it off. After all, you're Gregory's son. Another flashback. The old man would never have given up, no matter what. His eyes always saw only what laid straight ahead. Miles, when you chose to live as a prosecutor, your eyes looked just like your father's. It looks like you've grown up a bit. I really wish your old man could see you now. Thank you very much, Mr. Shields.
So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, allow me to formally return this to you.
Please do.
I, Justine Courtney, as a member of the PIC, do hereby return to Miles Edgeworth the rights and privileges of a prosecutor in the name of the Goddess of the Law.
Yay!
And with that, Prosecutor Edgeworth is revived.
We still have to catch up with everyone, and Simon's there, and Larry, that's great, sir. So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, it's time for Uncle Ray to make his exit. I have to report to your old man about that traitor in the Edgeworth family. The traitor in the Edgeworth family. Thank you for everything, truly. Next time we meet just might be in the courtroom. I hope you'll be ready. Uncle Ray might not look it, but he's an ace attorney after all. I look forward to seeing the attorney myself. Attorney my father trained in action. Take care.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, welcome back.
Judge Courtney, I must give my thanks to you as well.
To me?
You sought to fix the corruption within the PIC from the inside. That must truly have been a lonely battle.
No, it was not, for I was never alone. Because the Goddess of the Law is always by your side, right?
You made me realize that one could fight in such a way. The prosecutor's office, no, the entire legal world is caught up in this contradiction. If that cannot be set right, then there is a truth that will never see the light of day. It was only through your help that I was able to find this new path. Won the fight against the contradictions of the law.
I too find that promising, as one in service of the goddess of the law. You shall certainly succeed in helping the law grow.
Let us meet again in the courtroom.
Yes. I must apologize for my shameful acts during the trial 2 days ago. And for being kind of a bitch earlier in the game, but whatever. Next time I shall fulfill my duties as a judge perfectly.
Your Honor, I do not intend to speak regarding your ideals.
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
However, the greatest judge I know is one overflowing with humanity. Even during a trial, that judge experiences happiness, anger, sadness, and joy, but nevertheless always hands down the correct verdict in the end. It's difficult to say, but sometimes I feel that perfection is not always correct.
So a judge, too, has the right... So a judge, too, has...
That's a weird comma.
So a judge, too, has the right to behave in such a manner. Thank you very much. Prosecutor Edgeworth. When I pursued and fought against Blaise de Best, the goddess of the law was not the only one by my side.
Up-and-coming genius child actor John Marsh!
Ah, it's John! When I have this cut out with me, I felt a strange sense of courage well up from within. No matter how painful things became, no matter how strong the foe, when I remembered that I am not alone, I am able to keep up moving forward. Wrongs must be put right, for John's sake as well.
John, too, lost his father in a past crime.
That is more important to me than even the words of the goddess of the law. Ha! Though I am sure the goddess would be angered by those words.
Your bond with your son is the secret to your strength, I imagine.
I don't have to be perfect. I just want to grow little by little. Both as a judge and as a mother. That is how I feel.
It seems there is much each of us has yet to learn.
Agreed. We are still but children before the world. Let us grow into our respective paths until we meet again. I shall look forward to that reunion. May the blessings of the goddess of the law be upon you as you follow your new path.
I mean, it's basically the same path as before, but whatever. Though I once lost my position as prosecutor, I have now reclaimed it, so that I may tread a new path as a prosecutor. I shall surely reach the truth waiting at the end of this path, no matter how difficult the path may be. What do you mean my starting pay is that of a new prosecutor? If any seek to stop me on my path, no matter who they may be, I shall just shout one word. You heard it. Game ends with the objection. And that's the game. Bra fucking vo. I missed the director there. Ah, memories. I remember that. Back in July. Chief! What sort of scoop are you aiming for next?
Hey, ain't you a journalist? There ain't nothing more important than the information. You may be my friend, but you're still my business rival. I ain't gonna give you everything.
That's my mentor, alright. I reckon you're even more prepared than me. I understand. I'll get my information using my own 2 feet.
Yeah, it's a spirit. By the way, would you mind me asking what sort of scoop you're aiming for, Nick?
Huh? Chief?
Ain't no need to be stingy. I'm your mentor, after all.
That's just heinous. Heinous, I say. Good job, everyone. This is a very good game. I liked this game very much. Objection! Is she boxing? What the hell? Ah, yes, the blood. It seems that the wound on my left arm has yet to be healed. The bodyguard who inflicted this wound upon me. His is a name I will never forget. Now then. Shall I return to being a simple ice cream salesman? Perhaps this time I should try being a crepe salesman instead. For now I shall live a calm life until my services are required once more. Oh, to kill her. So yeah, I think overall... Ah, there he goes. I forget his name. I remember his voice, but I forget his name. Elbert, ah yes.
I might have been knocked out once by that prosecutor named Edgeworth, but I'll keep on trying to escape. I won't let him dampen my fighting spirit. Ain't that right, Rocky? The gong that'll sound at my next escape will ring out through. Until then, let's keep working out.
Elbert. J. Elbert. That was a not very creative name, to be fair. This guy saw it. Fuck!
Are you inquiring into my studies to be a pet groomer? I am working as hard as ever. I spend every day coloring in mud. Or perhaps this suits my true nature far better than the life of a newspaper salesman. And once I leave the prison, I hope to earn an honest living wage as a pet trimmer. Or my sentence has been extended because I was one Roland's accomplice. Ooh. Why do you think I have been giving a rat's ass about these stupid animals worrying? To hell with the pet trimmer's license. Damn it!
Well, it's your own fault. No one to blame but yourself for that one. I think I like the first game a little bit more than this one. That might be nostalgia, though. This is a very good game, though. This is definitely top 3 attorney games. The designer was really shocked by the truth about Simon, too. I mean, I trusted him as my subordinate. But there's no use fretting over it. The show must go on. I have to do my best so that I won't lose the magic of the ventriloquist divisions. I'll put on my greatest performance ever, one that'll blow away this entire case. If you say so. So yeah, this is my second favorite, I think, overall, with, I know I keep saying that. Easily the first game is my favorite. Or my favorite of the Phoenix Wright games. It seems I've grown soft in my old age. Right, Anubis? Right, boy? To think the life I saved a whim 18 years ago would drive me to such lengths. Thanks to that, I am confined to my humble cell once more. Well, this time that child is here as well. Not in the cell with you, I should hope. Perhaps it won't be such a bore. Right, boy? You two can play chess. Quality assurance, attaboy, all of you. Ah, these two, fuck.
Today's dessert is chocolate cake.
That greatly melting moment of allure.
I will wait for you forever, Kate. I shall come here every day just as you and Raymond did for me.
Monsieur Shields, Prosecutor Edgeworth and I are truly grateful to them. I cannot believe I am able to eat your dessert once more, Monsieur Master.
I have been allowed to distribute treats to both the detention center and the prison. For the past 18 years, I have brought joy to one and all with my delicious sweets.
Publicity. Well, internet promotion. Fucking put your name in there, guys that translated this game. You deserve credit. Everyone's favorite.
Yesy! Thanks for everything, boys!
It's hard to do after all this.
Of course I owe Greggy my thanks too! After all, I get to stuff my dessert with Jeffy's delicious desserts once more! Oi! Next time maybe I'll use one of Jeffy's sweets to create my new drug! The tuck-in diet! You tuck in your stomach while you tuck into desserts! It'll be delicious and slimming, and also good for your health!
I don't think that's quite right. I cannot do that voice after hours of doing all the other voices. Oh, Larry. Man, I'm glad I got to meet and sketch so many beauties. But Mandy caught a glimpse of my beauties sketch. She had a misunderstanding and she clobbered me in the face with my sketchbook. So in exchange for my sketch of beauties, I had one beauty walk out on me. Maybe it's time for me to start getting more serious about my life. Do I take the path of an artist, or do I follow the path of my heart? Oh, and by heart, I mean the heart of my new lady! Well, I'm told he shows up in one of the DLC cases. I don't actually know what happens to him. Those might be worth... well, one of them might be worth looking into, I'm told. I hope it's the one he shows up in. Mr. Bod, thanks for all your help today.
I'll testify about the IS-7 incident as much as you need me to. Prosecutor Edgeworth seems pretty active, too.
He chose not to take the same path as Gregory, but rather to live as a prosecutor. Well, I am kind of sad that I won't get to work with him, but I'll continue to watch over him.
Looks like you've grown up quite a bit yourself.
I'm so happy. Mr. Bat actually praised me. If you ever need a hand from an attorney, Raymond Shields, give me a call anytime, any place. Unofficial English translation. Hey, there you go. Good on you, gents. Got yourself in the credits. You deserve that.
My crimes were punished far more leniently than I expected, once it was proven that I had been threatened. Ouch.
No crime is more heavy or light than any other.
I disagree.
I'm sorry. Of course I regret what I did. However, I'm so glad I can still be together with you, Granny. No crime is more or less worse than the other. Huh? You want me to hurry back to work? Haha, that's right. The next corpse is waiting for us after all. Ugh.
Yeah, no, jaywalking is definitely not as bad as murder. That's a dumb thing to say. Emma.
I'm glad that my scientist investigation came in handy this time around as well. Good thing I rushed back here all the way from Europe.
You were already here for...
Ugh, and now I have to leave again. That kind of takes the fire out of a girl, as you can imagine. But this is all so I can become an actual forensic scientist. So then, I guess it's time to go. If anything comes up, be sure to call me right away. The second I get word, I'll dash right over.
Well, I do happen to know... Well, she does end up becoming a forensic scientist, I suppose. But, that's not until, I think, the first or second 3DS game. The greater the father, the greater the expectations are for the children. Yeah, where's Sebastian? Prosecuted the best, was it? His way of life shall be tested henceforth. Just as mine was. Baz Edgeworth chose to live a different life from his father as a prosecutor. I suppose that too is an answer. Text insertion. Nice. Good job, everyone. Good job, all of you. I don't know what those packages are, but... Oh, those are the boxes of sweets, aren't they? I could never have imagined the truth that my old man was hiding. Unlike me, who only thought about the Lang clan. God damn it, that's a text. My old man was trying to protect the entire nation, but I swear to you all I would carry out his will, even if the president was a fake, and the real one was murdered. I swear that I, together with my men, shall revive Zhang-Fa. Someday I will surely show all of you Zhang-Fa brimming with life. Nanomachines. Voice actors! Where is he? I didn't see him. Where is he? Shields. Where's Shields? I need to yell at that guy. Fuck! I didn't see Shields! Whoever you are, you're an idiot! Wrong! How dare you! I shouldn't say you're an idiot, but you are incredibly wrong. I've asked everyone to stop calling me the best. I don't like it. It makes me feel like I'm just borrowing Pops' power. This is a long finale. I shall study even harder than before and triumph over Pops. Fuck it. It's a good finale. I'll become stronger, so it's something Mr. Edgeworth. Now then, let's start by thinking of my new nickname. Woohoo! Oh, a lot has happened, but thankfully, the film was a roaring success.
The gossip articles about the murder made our movie the talk of the country. A monstrous man appears from the mighty Muzilla. This is the true face of the monster who murdered the president of Zhang-Fa. Huh? Isn't that you in the photo, Mr. Powers?
Huh? How could something like this happen? Poor Will.
Now, it's fine, isn't it? It's thanks to those articles that our film is a big hit.
Much obliged. Oh god, poor Powers. Plaster, right? Sure, why
not? John, I greatly enjoyed watching your movie.
It's no big deal. It's not like I had a major role or anything.
What are you saying? You played the key character who connects Muzila and Gordy. There is no one else besides you who could have played that part.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it would be nice if there was a sequel. I really enjoy working as an actor. Mom, before we head home, can we go buy something? I'd like to decorate our home with line lily for Dad.
Then one will not suffice. We will need 2 more. 1 for me and 1 for Amy. Poor Amy.
For all our supporters, and for Capcom for making this game. Yay, Capcom! Did a good job, Capcom. I liked this game. This game was quite good. April 8th, High Prosecutor's Office. Okay. Are we going to get an explanation of why Gumshoe and Kay are not in any of the future games? Because they really should be. Wow, we really busted. We're really busy with all those cases, weren't we, sir? Indeed we were. Why did all those incidents happen in such quick succession?
I feel like things are always busy whenever I'm around.
Wait, Kay, wouldn't that mean you're a magnet for crimes?
Hey, Gummy, that was rude.
I do get the impression that he's not entirely wrong. So then, Kay, do you intend to resume your training to become a great thief?
I don't know.
Huh? Is something on your mind, pal?
How should I put it? Up until now, I've always been chasing after my father, so that I could become a great thief just like him.
Like the previous Edgeworth shoe, I suppose.
But watching you, Mr. Edgeworth, made me think. Maybe instead of chasing after my father, I should find my own path. I mean, you didn't become a defense attorney either.
Chasing after a parent's shadow isn't the only path in life for a child, after all.
I'm going to aim to be a hero in my own way.
That sounds good.
But of course, that doesn't mean I'm going to throw away the name of the great thief Yaragarasu.
No matter what sort of hero you become, Kay. No matter what sort of hero you become, Kay will always still be Kay.
Thanks, Gummy. And Gummy will always be Gummy.
Of course, pal. I do plan to keep pushing forward on my path of a detective, after all. Mr. Edgeworth, I look forward to continuing to work with you, sir. Yeah, funny that. Yes, I'll be counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. Detective, you've saved me many times during these past cases. You have my gratitude. I suggest you look forward to your next salary assessment. Huh?
What?
Does that mean what I think it means? What's wrong? I'm saying your salary ought to be raised. Really, sir? I can't believe it.
Isn't that great, Gummy?
It's like a dream come true. I can finally say goodbye to my instant noodle lifestyle. However, that doesn't mean you can start slacking off. The real work begins from here on out. You should prepare yourself. Yes, sir. Roger that. I'll devote my body and soul to following after you, Mr. Edgeworth. Now, to not appear in any more games. Bastards. Not these guys, but the people that make the games. The path Mr. Shields and Judge Cornty taught me is to take a stand against the contradictions in the law and to reach the truth at the end of the road. What am I able to do? That is a question I must continue to dwell upon. Certainly this path will not be easy, however...
Prosecutor Edgeworth, when I pursued and fought against Blaze de Best, the goddess of the law was not the only one by my side. Ah, it's John!
Really? We just... Ugh.
When I have this cut out with me, I feel a strange sense of courage well up from within. When I remember that I am not alone, I am able to keep moving forward.
Your bond with your son is the secret of your strength, I imagine. Bonds,
Ah! I completely forgot!
That was sudden. What's wrong?
I was searching for members for the new Yaragarasu team.
Now that you mention it, I do remember you saying something to that effect.
But in the end, I wasn't even able to find a single person. Can you imagine a team combining their powers in order to steal the truth? I wanted to create an invincible team like that, but...
What are you saying, pal? Don't you already have a team? Together, the three of us can solve any case that comes our way.
Yeah, you're right. A prosecutor, a detective, and a great thief. We're the invincible trio of heroes that steals, captures, and pursues the truth.
Hearing all that kind of makes me feel sorry for the truth.
As long as the three of us are together, there's nothing to fear. Now 2/3 of us will never appear in a game again.
Better not. Bring him back, damn it.
Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, you are correct. Even until his last moments, my father ran along his own path. I, too, shall advance along mine. Accompanied by my somewhat boisterous comrades. As long as they are by my side, I can walk forward without hesitation. God, this just makes their absence even more sad. On this path is a new prosecutor. Prosecutors and attorneys. The path I walk is not my father's. However, I am certain that the two paths are not separate. Though we may walk in opposite directions, our destination is the same. How many different ways you need to put this? Why, you may ask? Because both paths lead the one and only truth. That's a great shot. This is a very good shot. I like that shot. The end. Well, holy fuck. I finally beat this game. Oh, you bet I'm saving the game. I earned this victory. Whew. Okay. Beta my foot. That's the full game. Well, either way. That was that. Like I said a bunch. Probably my second favorite game, with the first Ace Attorney beating it out first Ace Attorney Investigations beating out just a little bit. But again, that might be nostalgia pushing it over the edge for me. Thanks everyone for watching and contributing in the comments. That was great. Like I said, I'm probably going to take a break from this for a while, play a few other games. I'll come back to it soon and play the first game. That'll be good fun. I haven't played the first game in a long time. Unfortunately, I do remember a lot of the solutions. I don't quite remember what to present and all, but yeah, it should still be a jolly good time. Good story, good fun voice acting exercise for me. And I feel like my voices have certainly gotten better since I started. But, over 100 episodes of them doing that will do that to you, won't they? Anyways, God, I feel bad. I need to look up the guy. Alex Roth, thanks very much for commenting a bunch. Other guy whose name I can never remember, I'm looking you up right now. This guy, right? No, that's Alex Roth, damn it. Come on. Okay, yeah, this guy. Senvan Doorslayer. I don't know. I probably butchered your name there, but either way, you were also great. Thanks very much for watching and commenting. You guys are great. I look forward to seeing you when I play another Ace Attorney investigation game. But until then, talk to you later, Shooting Ghost Shares, and see you around Ass Clowns.